Welcome to Education Munnade. In this video, we are going to discuss about class 10th science subject SA-1 model question paper. Part A Physics. First main multiple choice questions. First question. The essential difference between the AC generator and a DC generator is that. Options are option A. AC generator has an electromagnet while a DC generator has a permanent magnet. Option B. DC generator will generate a higher voltage. Option C. AC generator will generate a higher voltage. And option D. AC generator has slip rings while the DC generator has a commutator. So the answer for this question is option D. AC generator has slip rings while the DC generator has a commutator. Let's go to next question. Question 2. This symbol in circuit diagram represents. Here we are talking about this symbol. Option A is ammeter. Option B voltmeter, option C resistor, and option D rheostat. And this is the symbol of voltmeter, and here they have given resistor symbol, and if we add an arrow like this, it will become rheostat. So the answer for this question is resistor. Next, question number 3. A iron box having resistance of 20 ohm consumes 2 ampere electric current. The heat produced in 30 seconds is. So they have given resistance, current, and they are asking about heat. Let's solve this in next page. We need to find out heat, and they have given resistance R is 20 ohm and current I is 2 ampere and time t is 30 seconds. So the formula for this question is H is equals to I square RT. If you know Ohm's law, we can also write this formula as H is equals to VIT, where V is equals to IR. So when we solve this, I is 2 ampere, so 2 square into R is equals to 20, and then time here, okay, time t is 30. So if you solve this, you will get 2400. You can rate this as 2.4 into 10 to the power of 3 joule. We denote energy as joule since heat is a form of energy. They have given the wrong options here. So the answer is 2.4 into 10 to the power of 3 joule. Next main. Answer the following questions. Question number 4. Define electric power. The rate at which electrical energy is transferred or converted into other forms of energy is known as electric power, and we usually measure this in watts. Next question. State Ohm's law. The current flowing through a conductor between 2 points which is directly proportional to voltage or inversely proportional to resistance. This is known as Ohm's law, and expression we use is V is equals to IR. Next question. Draw the symbol of battery. This is the symbol of battery. Here minus and here plus. Okay. Now let's go to 7th question. When does an electric short circuit occurs? So when there is a low resistance connection in between two electrical circuit and it allows a large current to flow through the circuit and it potentially causes overheating. At that time, electric short circuit occurs. I think you got that. Third main. Answer the following questions. Question number 8. Draw a neat diagram showing the arrangements of resistors in series mode. Since they have asked in series, we need to draw it like this. Here, let's take it as point B and A. This will be R1, R2, R3. And this is resistance in series. You can draw it parallelly if they asked about parallel. Question number 9. Draw a labeled diagram of electric motor. You guys can do it. Next, question number 10. Why are coils of electric toasters and electric irons made of an alloy rather than a pure metal? Okay, the answer for this question is the coils of electric toasters or irons are made of an alloy instead of pure metal. It's because the alloys have several advantages like higher resistance, higher melting point, greater durability, and alloys are more resistant to corrosion than pure metals. Okay, next question number 11. What is the role of the split ring in an electric motor? The split ring in an electric motor reverses the flow of current in the coil after every half rotation to ensure that the coil continuously rotates in the same direction. Next main, answer the following questions. Question number 12. A. Find the power when a circuit having 10 ohm resistance and 10 ampere electricity. So they are asking us to find power and given resistance and electricity. Let's go to next page and solve this. 12a. Power is question mark. They have given resistance R is equals to 10 ohm and current I is equals to 10 ampere. We need to find power. So power formula is V is equals to I square R. You can also write this formula as P is equals to V into I. Since we have I and R, we can take this formula directly, and now when we substitute, I is 10 square and then R is 10. So we will get 10 cube. We can write it as 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt. Next question B. 200 watt powered electric instrument is using 4 hours in a day. As 1 kilowatt hour 4 hour, how much is the energy worth working for 30 days? They are asking how much is the energy worth working for 30 days. First we need to calculate the energy worth for 1 day. Then given is P is equals to 200 watt. Then T is equals to 4. P into T means 200 watt into 4 hours, which is 800 watt hour. See here watt and here hour. So we will take it as 800 watt hour. We can write this as 0.8 kilowatt hour. This is for 1 day. Let's do simple cross multiplication. 0.8 kilowatt hour for 1 day. Then for 30 days is question mark. See, they have mentioned here 30 days. If you do cross multiplication, you will get 30 into 0.8 and this will be 24 kilowatt hour. And since as they have given here 1 kilowatt hour is equals to 4 hour, 1 kilowatt hour is equals to 4 hour, then what is for 24 kilowatt hour? Same method, cross multiplication, then we will get the answer as 96 hour. I think you understand this. Let's go to next question. Question number 13. On what factor does the resistance of a conductor depend? The resistance of a conductor depends on length of the conductor, cross-sectional area, material, temperature, and various factors like this. Next question. What are the advantages of connecting electrical devices in parallel with the battery instead of connecting them in series? So if we connect them in parallel, the devices operate independently. Means if one device fails, the other device continues to work, and each device receives the full battery potential, means voltage, ensuring the consistent performance. And we have flexibility, means we can add or remove any devices without affecting the operation. Question number 14a. List the properties of magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines are continuous loops which starts from the North Pole and stops at the South Pole. They never intersects and they are not perpendicular to each other. Next question is, why don't two magnetic field lines intersect each other? Two magnetic field lines do not intersect each other because at every point in space the magnetic field lines has a unique direction. For example, here see, observe this as one magnetic field line and take this as another magnetic field line, and they intersect at this point. See, but when we are calculating direction for the magnetic field lines, we need to draw a tangent point. We need to draw a tangent like this in the direction of the magnetic field. So for this magnetic field, let's take it as A and B. For A magnetic field, the direction will be this, and for the magnetic field line B, the direction will be like this. So as you can see, they are not intersecting. Okay, let's move to next question. Fifth main, answer the following questions. 15th A. State the law of dynamo or Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule states that if you hold your right hand with the thumb, index finger and middle finger mutually perpendicular to each other and align your thumb in the direction of motion of a conductor, your index finger in the direction of magnetic field, and then the middle finger will point the direction of induced current. This rule helps in determining the direction of induced current in a conductor moving with a magnetic field. Next question. B. Differentiate between alternate current and direct current. So the difference between alternating current and direct current is alternating current periodically reverses direction and voltage alternates between positive and negative values varying over time. Alternating current efficient for long distance transmission due to the ease of voltage and transformation within transformers. Whereas if we come to direct current, this current flows in single and constant direction. The voltage remains constant and does not vary over time. So direct current is less efficient for long distances transmission and it requires to convert it into alternative current for efficient transmission. Next, part B, chemistry. Sixth main, which is MCQ, means multiple choice questions. 16th question is, which reaction does not take place among the following? Option A, Zn plus FeSO4, option B, Fe plus CuSO4, option C, Fe plus ZnSO4, and option D, Zn plus CuSO4. To determine which reaction does not take place, we need to consider the reactivity series of metal. The reactivity series helps us to predict if a metal can displace another metal from its compounds. We need to consider three metals which are given here. The first we need to consider Zn, next Fe, and then Cu. The reactivity series for this is, first it comes Zn, means zinc, then Fe, which is iron, and then copper, Cu. Let's consider first reaction. Zn plus FeSO4. This is first, this is second, and this is third. Hence zinc is more reactive than iron, so zinc can displace iron and first reaction will take place. Let's come to second reaction. Here in Fe plus CuSO4, iron is more reactive than copper, so iron will displace the copper in copper sulfate and this reaction will also take place. When we come to third reaction, in Fe and ZnSO4, Fe, which is iron, is less reactive than zinc, so iron cannot displace the zinc from zinc sulfate, hence this is the correct answer for this question. And whereas if we come to fourth, zinc is more reactive than copper, so zinc will displace copper. Next question. Which one of the following types of medicines is used for treating indigestion? And options are option A, antibiotic, option B, analgesic, option C, antacid, and option D, antiseptic. And the answer for this question is option C, antacid. 18th question. Which of the following non-metal is lustrous? Option A is sulfur, option B, iodine, option C, nitrogen, and option D, oxygen. And most of the non-metals are not lustrous, which prevents them from reflecting light. The answer for this question is option B, iodine. Next main, answer the following questions. Question number 19. Why chemical equations should be balanced? For the conservation of mass, for accurate representation, for stoichiometric calculations, and to predict the behavior. Okay. Next question, 20th. What are exothermic reactions? Exothermic reactions are chemical reactions that releases energy, usually in the form of heat, to the surroundings. Answer the following questions. Question number 21. Draw a neat label diagram of electrolysis of water. I think you will do it. 22nd question. Compound X and aluminum are used to join railway tracks. A. Identify the compound X. B. Name the reaction with definition. C. Write the equation of the reaction. The compound used to join the railway tracks with aluminum is iron oxide. Means this is X is equals to Fe2O3. Okay. Next, name the reaction. This reaction is called thermite reaction. And definition means it is a type of redox reaction where aluminum reacts with iron oxide to produce aluminum oxide and molten iron. Write the equation. So the equation for this reaction is Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives rise to 2Fe plus Al2O3. Question number 23rd. Curd or sour substances should not be stored in copper containers. Why? The answer for this is copper containers reacts with acidic substances. The acid in curd or sour foods can react with copper, leading to the formation of harmful copper salts and causing potentially toxicity. Which gas turns lime water milk? Write the equation. The gas that turns lime water milky is carbon dioxide. Okay, CO2 turns lime water milky. And equation is CaOH twice plus CO2 gives rise to CaCO3 plus H2O. Calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide and it will give us calcium carbonate plus water. Next question. Draw neat label diagram of showing actions of steam on metal. You draw this diagram. I will go to next question. Define redox reactions. Write the equation. A reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is known as redox reaction. And the equation Zn plus CuSO4 gives rise to ZnSO4 plus Cu. See, this is fourth option from here. If possible, write in comments these two reactions, option A and option B. Question number 26. A. What are alloys? And B is what is an amphoteric oxide? Give examples. Okay. Alloys are metallic substances made by combining two or more elements which are typically metals. Next is what is an amphoteric oxide? Amphoteric oxide is a type of oxide that can react both as an acid and as a base. This means it can neutralize both acids and bases to form salts and water. And example for this is zinc oxide, which is ZnO, and aluminum oxide means Al2O3. Okay, let's go to next main. Question number 27. Define chlor-alkali process. Write the equation. Chlor-alkali process is an industrial method used to produce chlorine Cl2 and sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH, and hydrogen from brine. Brine is nothing but sodium chloride, NaCl. So equation for this is 2NaCl plus H2O gives rise to Cl2 plus 2NaOH plus H2. Now this is balanced. Next question is, which gas liberated in cathode? Write its uses. The reaction which takes place at anode is 2Cl. 2Cl gives rise to 2Cl2 plus 2 electrons. See, at anode chlorine gas is released. At cathode hydrogen gas and hydroxide ions are released. Uses: hydrogen is used in the Haber's process and it is key component for in fertilizers, hydrogenation, and it can also be used as fuel cells. Okay, next let's go to part C, biology. First main, which is also MCQ. 20th question. We should reduce the use of plastic bags, bottles, etc. because. Options are: option A, they are not durable. Option B, they are non-biodegradable. Option C, they are made of toxic materials. Option D, they react with atmospheric gases. The answer for this question is they are non-biodegradable. 29th. Name the blood vessels that brings pure blood from lungs to heart is. Option A, aorta. Option B, pulmonary artery. Option C, capillaries. And option D, pulmonary vein. So before saying answer for this question, let's move to this diagram. Okay. Assume that this is lungs and this is heart and this is tissues or cell or organs. You can take anything as you like. So heart, first when we breathe, the oxygenated blood goes from lungs to heart and then from heart to tissues, organs. Then from organs or tissues, this blood is collected by veins back to heart and then it will go to lungs. So in this question they are asking about the blood vessel that brings pure blood from lungs to heart. They are asking about this vessel and this is pulmonary vein. And the vessel that brings from heart to organs or tissues is aorta or artery, which collects blood from tissues and returns it to heart is veins. And this will be so depending on this the answer will be pulmonary vein, which is option D. Next question, define synapse. A synapse is a junction between two nerve cells where communication occurs, means it helps in transferring information within nerve system. Okay, question number 31. Define trophic level. A trophic level refers to each step in food chain or food web representing the position of an organism occupying sequence in energy transfer. Next question, 32. How is ozone formed in the upper atmosphere? Why is the damage of ozone layer a cause of concern to us? When UV radiation from the sun reacts with oxygen molecules, means when UV radiation reacts with this, it will break the oxygen molecule and it will form it as oxygen atom. And then this free oxygen will react with another oxygen molecules, means O plus O2, and it will gives O3, which is ozone. The concerns about damaging means it will cause increased UV radiations, which is harmful for our skin and our health, and it will totally impact the ecosystem. It will cause us climatic changes. Next question is, draw a diagram of nephron and label the following parts. A. Glomerulus. B. Collecting duct. C. Bowman's capsule. Okay, I will not draw cleanly, but I will show you here. This red part is glomerulus, this part is Bowman's capsule, and this part is collecting duct. Okay, let's go to next question. Question number 34. What happens if we are suffering from iodine deficiency? Why is it important for us to have iodized salt in our diet? The effects of iodine deficiency are it will cause us goiter, hypothyroidism, and mental impairment. Means it will cause some disabilities in intelligence. And the importance for iodized salt is it prevents iodine deficiency. That is the main importance. Question number 35. Why is it necessary to separate oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in mammals and birds? In mammals and birds, it is crucial to separate oxygenated and deoxygenated blood to ensure the efficient oxygen delivery and metabolic waste removal from the body. Next, B. What are the components of transport system in highly organized plants? The components are xylem and phloem. Draw a diagram of a human heart. Label the following parts. First part is part that separates oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. This part is heart septums, which are between right auricle and left auricle, that is interauricular septum, and between right ventricle and left ventricle it is interventricular septum, and between auricle and ventricle it is auriculoventricular septum. So you need to label those parts. And for second question, which carries oxygenated blood to all parts of the body? In this diagram the answer is artery. This carries from heart to all parts of our body. Next question, list the important hormones and functions of the following glands. Okay, they have given thyroid gland, testes, ovaries and adrenal gland. In thyroid gland, the main hormones are T3 and T4 means thyroxine and tridothyronine. Thyroid gland helps in regulation of metabolism, growth, development, and control of energy levels and body temperature. Whereas if we come to testis, the hormone is testosterone, and the function is it promotes the development of male secondary sexual characters such as facial hair, deeper voice. Next to ovaries, hormones are estrogen and progesterone, and the function is estrogen regulates the development of secondary female sexual character, and progesterone regulates the menstrual cycle, adrenal gland, and the hormones are adrenaline, cortisol, and aldosterone. Here the function is increase heart rate, blood pressure, and regulation of metabolism or maintaining blood pressure by controlling sodium and potassium levels. Okay, let's go to last main question number 38. What are the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? Where if we come to autotrophic nutrition, organisms produce their own food by using sunlight or chemical energy, and the examples are plants, algae, and some autotrophic bacteria. They use photosynthesis for this process, and if they use chemical energy for production, they use chemosynthesis process. If we come to heterotrophic nutrition, organisms obtain food by consuming other organisms. Examples are us humans, animals, fungi, and most of the bacteria. Okay, next question. Where do plants get each of the raw materials required for photosynthesis? When we talk about raw materials, they are carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. So the sources are, for carbon dioxide it is atmosphere, for our water from soil, the roots will absorb it, and for sunlight, leaves. In leaves there is chlorophyll which absorbs sunlight, and about carbon dioxide, stomata will absorb sunlight. Next question number C. What is the role of acid in our stomach? The acid in our stomach is primarily hydrochloric acid, which is HCl. The role for this is to aid digestion, activates enzymes, or kills harmful bacteria or microorganisms, and its main function is it facilitates absorption of nutrients by breaking down food into semi-liquid form and making it easier for digestive enzymes to work on it. Okay, I think you understand this paper, and this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.